Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty Passion. So I am going to react to a comment that has been going viral. Everybody is up in a roar about y'all asked me to react to it, so I'm gonna react to it. All right, but before I react to this comment, I need you to like my video. I need you to like my video right now because you already know it's gonna be great. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, who better? Who better? Ain't nobody better than Beauty Passion. Nobody. All right, y'all, listen. So, ESSY, they have dug up a comment that was on her Twitter, I want to say. However long ago it was. She pinned it 2 days ago. And, yeah, somebody then screenshotted it and has gotten everybody mad at ESSY or upset at ESSY because of this comment. To be honest, I really didn't want to respond to this comment because I don't feel like we should be attacking ESSY. ESSY is on a healing journey. Comments that she pinned, yeah, they messy or whatever, but I just be feeling like, I don't know. I just don't be want to react to everything that ESSY is doing because, again, she's healing. So it's a lot of things that she might do in the upcoming weeks that we might not agree with. But, again, it's part of her healing process, not ours. If she felt like this hit her heart and soul, then let her pin this comment. That's how I feel. But let me just let y'all know what this comment was about. First, let me read the comment to you. So, her post, she posted a picture and then her caption said pretty on purpose. The commenter said, "This girl got played so good, shaking my head." She tagged ARMON'S Instagram name or Twitter name. I don't know if this Instagram or Twitter. I guess this would be Instagram. She tagged ARMON and said, "Money and fame got you to switch up, and family was not strong enough for you to stay." Shaking my head. Now, let me see, y'all. Where I'm gonna start? I did not follow ESSY and ARMON when they were together. I didn't even know he had a baby. I didn't know he was in a relationship. I didn't know none of that. All I knew, he was part of ARMON and Trey singing group. I know he was ARMON and the brother was Trey. That's as far as I know. I might have heard a song or two, but I really didn't follow them like that, to be honest. So, doing the research that I've been researching these last couple of weeks or months, based on ARMON's answers to some of the questions that was asked to him, I did feel like he tried to stay with ESSY to make it work based on the fact that he didn't want to break his family up. I felt like if I'm with her and we can get better at this thing, I'm not leaving. But she's going to have to get better at her shortcomings, or I'm going to have no other choice but to leave. That's what I read from them. So, when a man is trying to stay with you, you know, first of all, it should be natural. You shouldn't have to force a person to stay with you. It should all be natural. He should want to stay with you and work it out. Y'all should work on y'all shortcomings, and then it should get to a place of peace, love, and happiness. As we all know, he broke up with her. Allegedly, it was because ESSY was too aggressive towards him. Now, let's just be honest. ARMON is of a different stature than a regular person. He has a career to uphold. He's taking care of his family. He's taking care of his daughter. He's doing YouTube. And he just out here making it happen for him, his family, and his daughter. When you're in a relationship with somebody and allegedly domestic abuse is involved, you got to think about your career. And you got to think about the things that you can lose if you were to react to someone that has put their hands on you. Sometimes a man, and we see it in the media, they'll react to a woman doing something to them. And let's just be honest, their career is gone. We don't care if the girl hit him, didn't hit him, kicked him, pushed him, spit on him. We done seen all that. If the man responds in a too aggressive way, punching them, slapping them, kicking them, pushing them, their career is over. And I'm just being honest. Chris Brown was able to come back from that. We're talking about Armon. Armon is not at Chris Brown's status. So Chris Brown, people just accept him back. They just did. It took a while for us to accept Chris Brown back. But we're talking about someone that has built their career when they were teenagers, and their fan base is a teenage fan base. I'm just being honest. They're a teenage fan base. So based on that, that is the wrong image to have, especially when you're a young man and you're trying to build your career up to a good status or a GOAT status, if you want to say that. So at this point, Armon had to make a decision. Do you stay? Even though this is like, we had these problems before. I got back with her. We discussed that we would never do that to each other. You would never do that. And you did it again, allegedly, and I left. Armon had to make a really, he had to make a decision. He had to make a decision, y'all. Do I stay with her and jeopardize my career? Meaning, like, if my career jeopardized, how am I going to take care of legacy? How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to take care of my mama? How am I going to take care of all these important people in my life if something happens and I react the wrong way? Do I stay with her and jeopardize my career? Or do I put my boots on and walk out the door? And Armon chose to leave. He chose to leave. It just is what it is. He chose to leave. At the end of the day, it was a lot more things that was important, more important than ESSY for him to stay there. I don't recommend anybody to stay in an abusive relationship. Leave. When the abuse starts, it never stops. It never stops. It keeps on going. If it stopped being physical, it might turn mental. So to be honest, he did the right decision for him and his career and his daughter. And if that meant leaving ESSY, that's what he did. When this person is saying money and fame, he already had both of them, honey. Everybody knows Armon. He got millions of subscribers on Instagram. Over 1 million subscribers on Instagram. Everybody know Armon. Fame, everybody know Armon. He already had these things. Now, in the last couple of months, have they added to his portfolio? Yes. He's added to his portfolio. That's how I look at it. He's just added to his portfolio. But he's not starting at the bottom. He's not starting at the bottom. So with him not starting at the bottom, he's at a point where anything that comes in his life is going to have to add to his life. And he's with something, or he's with someone that has added to his life. You cannot be mad. And you know what the thing with abusers, and I hate to call her that, but it just is what it is. Allegedly. But we seen in a mukbang that it was clear that that's what the problem was. When y'all was getting under my comments and said, oh, she was abusive, I never entertained that comment because I don't know if that's true or not. Until I just seen a recent mukbang where it made it true what everybody was saying. So now I understand why y'all was getting under my comments and saying she was physically abusive. She was physically abusive. They did that mukbang. They already talked about why they broke up the first time, and it was because of physical abuse from ESSY. Abusers, I'm just being honest, they don't want you to leave them. They want you to stay with them. That's a flaw that they have. They figure if you love them, you would not leave them based on that flaw that they have. They don't care how much they abuse you, what they do to you. They don't want you to leave them. They want you to stay with them. And if another situation arises and they abuse you, they're just going to apologize about it. And they're going to hope that you stay. But abusers never want you to leave. And so for ESSY, she felt like, even though, I might get aggressive with you, it's not enough for you to leave. That was her. I think that was her standpoint on it. I don't know. I'm just saying. That can't be the worst thing for you to leave me and Legacy. In ARMON'S defense, that was the best thing for him to do. Because I'm about to ruin my whole career off of somebody that, let's just be honest, he didn't even see a future with. He didn't even see a future with ESSY. We see it. We see the comparisons. He didn't see a future with ESSY. So to stay with somebody that you don't even if you did see a future with ESSY, nobody needs to stay in a domestic abuse relationship. Leave if you can. I left. I was strong enough to leave. And I'm glad. I thank God every day that I left an abusive relationship, because I was at my darkest when I was in an abusive relationship. So I really commend a man for leaving. To be honest, I'm really proud that he had enough strength to walk away, because it's the hardest thing to walk away from your family, especially when you have a good heart and you want it to work. But, some things you just have to move on to get to better. And we know at this point, I've seen it. Everybody's seen it. Armon looks happy. In these previous mukbangs, I'm just going to be honest, I looked at a lot of their videos, previous videos. Armon didn't look happy to me. It's not the happiness I see on his face that I see with him and REGINAE. I'm just being honest. I don't really see nothing. I don't see no happiness in him. I feel like they was just getting on YouTube, doing a job to pay the bills. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. Let me just be honest. The only time I really see him showing love is to Legacy in all these videos that I looked at. The way that he love on Legacy is the same way that he love on REGINAE. I'm just being honest. If y'all look in the videos, y'all will see what I'm talking about. All that baby give me a kiss, baby give me a hug. He loving on Legacy in all these videos. He love on REGINAE the same way. I don't never see him loving on ESSY. In the videos that I seen, I'm just being honest here. So you think a man is going to stay with somebody that he don't even love on like that and ruin his career? He going to get up out of there on her. And that's exactly what he did. See, ESSY is trying to play the victim instead of realizing, listen, I'm just going to let y'all know, in a relationship, I've been in 2 abusive relationships that was physical and one that was mental. I was the abuser in one of them. The other 2, they were physical abuse from the man. Now, when I realized my ex-boyfriend telling me about, I thought I was perfect. Let me start that. I thought I was perfect in relationships. And he told me, listen, you're not perfect. And I'm like, what? I looked at him like he had 8 heads. What you mean I'm not perfect? He said, you're verbally abusive. No man has never said that to me. But I seen where my ex was coming from. I understood where he was coming from. When I get mad, I don't want to fight you, but I'm verbally abusive. So I'm going to be using words, and it's going to feel like you've been in a 12-round fight after I get done with you. Because I can't beat you. I'm a woman, and I'm small. So I'm not going to be able to beat you. But I bet you after I get done telling you these words, you're going to feel my pain. And you know what? Based on that, I had to figure out a better way to argue with my significant other or my boyfriend at the time. ESSY needs to sit, and I realized that within myself. You know what I'm saying? Essie needs to realize where she went wrong in her relationships. For the next one, she needs to correct it if she can. And then she'll find her king too. Abuse is never going to work from a woman in a relationship. I'm just being honest. Everybody gets tired of abuse, whether it comes from a man or a woman. At some point, somebody's going to walk away once they get tired. So that part of her, she's really going to have to fix that. Now, we don't know her relationships before Armon. Maybe her relationships before Armon were abusive. And she was still dealing with PTSD from her previous relationships. Because I was like that too. After I got out of my physical relationship, my physical abuse relationship, the next guy I dated, he picked up right up when we got into it. He picked right up on it that I was too aggressive towards him. And he asked me, he said, "You was in an abusive relationship before?" How did he even know that? He picked up on my mannerisms. He picked up on my aggression towards him. And he knew it wasn't right. So maybe Essie needs to heal from something before Armon. That Armon didn't have he didn't have nothing to do with whoever she dated before him. Essie needs to heal from that, whatever it is. And then she needs to come back into a relationship a whole person. For herself and her daughter. You can't go into, I learned that you cannot go into relationships broken. And that's just how I felt. I felt that whatever she was going through, she needed to heal before she even got with Armon. Maybe she should have got with Armon once she healed from whatever it is, came to him as a whole person, and maybe we will be seeing a different dynamics of their relationship right now. And he just so happened, to be honest, when he left you, his life just started changing. I ain't gonna say it did a 360. His life just started changing. That's just all it is. That's just what it is. So at this point, Essie needs to heal, and she'll find her king. Once she healed through it and she realized her shortcomings and her mistakes, she'll find. Okay, y'all, so that's my take on it. Let me know in the comments below how you feel. Again, I wish nothing but the best for Essie. I know relationships are hard. I know breakups are hard. I was just in the same place as Essie not too long ago. I had to watch a person that sent me through hell move on and be with a whole nother girl, and he's still with her. I had to watch that while I was healing, broken, all that. He was happy and moved on and with a whole nother female. So I understand what space Essie is in. I didn't get on the internet and bash him or nothing like that. I just stayed silent and I just healed for me. I never bothered him. He had a restraining order, so it's like he still was bothering me, but, it is what it is. And I healed through it. So I hope Essie nothing but the best. She got to pray through it. She got to get on her knees every night and pray, because that's just a hard thing to deal with. Seeing your ex-boyfriend / baby daddy just live a better life with somebody else, or a better, I ain't gonna say a better life, but to see him happy with somebody else, and it was so soon. Or does Essie need to take accountability for the things that she did in the relationship? Or let's just be honest, her losing her man, that was all really, I don't know if it's all her fault, his fault, however it went, he left her. So, let me know what y'all feel in the comments below. Hecky now, Joe. It's Beauty Passion, and I'm out.